Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Road Signs. This is mostly a Royal Rumble preview video and just some other stuff. Want you to know, since the response from the first Road Signs video wasn't as great as the video before that, I've been, well, most of my notes are in the garbage now. This is the third draft of stuff I wanted to talk about on episode 2 and the Royal Rumble preview. So let's get to it. First step on the road to WrestleMania is the Royal Rumble, which is this Sunday, which other than the Rumble match itself, there's not much on here, is there? Unless there's a whole bunch of surprises that we do not know about. Diva's title match, it's going to be a handicap match with Natty taking on both members of Lay Cool. So I'm assuming that if Lay Cool wins, they're going to share the title again, which is lame. This can go either way. It'll either be them double-teaming Natalya ridiculously until they get their title back, or it'll be Natty dominating them and just making her look stronger towards WrestleMania. I would like it to be Natty just because I respect actual wrestling women as opposed to Barbie dolls, but you know how the WWE goes. Miz and Orton is going to be a good match. I want to say Miz is going to retain. I don't know what other shenanigans and Alex Riley nonsense or whatever is going to go into this match, but if we can avoid that, just Miz and Orton on their own. Everybody else doesn't think they complement each other that well from what I've seen, various other sites and whatnot. I think they do. I think the seriousness, I don't know whether you want to call it the tenure of Randy Orton and his establishment in WWE versus Miz's, up-and-coming, I deserve everything handed to me type attitude. I think they work incredibly well together. I think other than the Rumble match itself, obviously, this is going to be the main event of the night. Edge and Ziggler, I had high hopes for this match. I really did. I have a lot of respect for Ziggler. I think he's going to be big, like huge big, one day, but he's still saddled with Vicky. And just finishing watching SmackDown a few hours ago, Vicky has now put the stipulation on the match that the spear is illegal, and I hate when they do this. It's like when they made Sweet Chin Music illegal when Shawn Michaels was fighting somebody. It would be like telling Austin that the stunner is illegal. It's like the special referee thing. It takes the focus off the match, and the whole match becomes, well, is he going to spear him or not, and lose his title. Edge to retain. Don't know what else to say about that. The Vicky thing really needs to go. Now we get to the 40-man. Yes, I'm still getting used to the new glasses. I still touch my face a lot. Like I said in the last video, sorry if it's distracting, but I don't know, turn the video off and listen to me or something. I don't know. In the 40-man Rumble match, I told everybody in the last video what I thought about the 40-man stipulation rather than being 30 men. I think it could do well as long as they don't fall into the trap of having too many people in the ring at once. That's all I'm going to say. I've already said it, so I won't bother saying it again. People that have been announced in the Rumble so far: Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, Darren Young, D.H. Smith. Going back a minute, where the hell does Darren Young get off coming back right before the Royal Rumble? He was around for like 5 minutes, and then he was gone. But anyways, Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, Darren Young, D.H. Smith, David Otunga, Drew McIntyre, Ezekiel Jackson, Heath Slater, Husky Harris, Jack Swagger, John Cena, and I swear to God, if John Cena wins the Rumble, I will seriously consider boycotting WrestleMania. Mark Henry, I feel a special kind of pity for Mark Henry, because Mark Henry is impressive. Mark Henry's always been impressive, he's always going to be impressive, but he's never going to win the Rumble. He's never going to be a main event guy. What else can I say? Mason Ryan, Mike McGillicuddy, Primo, Wade Barrett, William Regal, Sheamus, Ted DiBiase, Kane and the Big Show kind of fall into that Mark Henry category. I mean, they have had their time in the main event, but if they win, I'm going to be pissed. People, I've sort of put this heading on there, people to watch in the Rumble. Now, these are the ones I don't think they're going to win. I really don't. I think they're going to be impressive. Whatever their contribution to the Rumble is going to be, it's going to be impressive. And in that list, I've got Alberto Del Rio, because I really hope he doesn't win. Justin Gabriel, R-Truth, Tyson Kidd, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, and JTG. To win, everybody knows I've been saying it for months, I want Morrison to win. I've got Morrison or Punk. The way things are going right now, the way they're developing Punk as a heel, I like it. I know a lot of people are on the fence about the Nexus shit, but if Punk wins the Rumble, it won't hurt my feelings. Let's just put it that way. So that, by my count, is about 30 of the 40 slots, which means there's 10 open slots. Now, I do not care who these last 10 slots go to, but I do have listed what I don't want to see. And I think these are pretty fair. I don't want any stupid entries, and I can't think of any other examples for this other than when Drew Carey entered the Royal Rumble and tried to bribe Kane not to kick his ass. Really don't do it. I don't want to see a usual suspect win, like somebody that's already in the main event scene. Now, when I say a usual suspect, there's only 4 in the Rumble that I would consider usual suspects, and those would be Kane, The Big Show, Rey Mysterio, and John Cena. And if you don't know what I think of John Cena by now, you really haven't been paying attention. Third thing I don't want to see is I don't want the cheap comeback victory. And what I mean is I don't want somebody to come back that's been on injured reserve forever and ever and ever, come back, have their big moment, be number 40, and win the Royal Rumble just because they need to look good coming back. Simple examples of that, when Triple H made his comeback, when Cena made his comeback, when Edge made his comeback. I mean, it's okay. I'm a mark for Edge, so I didn't mind it for Edge, but Cena gets enough hype. Triple H hype follows him. Like, he's never going to be poor, so he can afford to give up a WrestleMania main event for 1 year, I think. Now, to say I don't want a cheap comeback victory does not mean I shut the door to people making their comeback. Royal Rumble is an awesome, big money, big marquee way to make your comeback. Rumors of comebacks that I've heard going around and around and around. Obviously, Taker's got to come back at some point so he can get back into the WrestleMania mix. Triple H has got to come back because we all know what he's doing at WrestleMania. I've heard rumors about Jericho coming back for a night, Christian being back from being injured, and just tonight on Right After Wrestling on The Score, I heard a rumor that Booker T was going to make a one-night appearance. Now, I haven't given a shit about Booker T since the Harlem Heat days, but if he wants to come back for one night, that's fine. Now, the last sort of dark horse in this entire match. You guys have heard me talk about it before. I don't pay much attention to the independent wrestling stuff. I don't pay attention to a lot of the dirt sheets and the spoilers and this and that, whatever. I'm a WWE fan. I'm a TNA fan. That's about it. So apparently I was the last person on Earth that didn't know this. But apparently Awesome Kong has signed with WWE. Now, I don't want to see Awesome Kong go for the women's title because, for the same reason that I don't like Big Show being a world champion, because as soon as Big Show's got the title, everybody going after him is a joke, one way or the other. Now, the same thing would be now if Awesome Kong came and won the women's title. Like, who's going to take it off her? Other than maybe Natalya or Beth Phoenix, but like Alicia Fox, Gail Kim, the Bellas, Lay Cool, she's going to swat them away like bugs. So I don't want to see her get the belt, but if she is, I don't want to say the token woman, but if she is another female that wants to follow in the footsteps of Chyna and Beth Phoenix and so forth, and be in the Royal Rumble match, I think that would be actually kind of cool, because I would love to see somebody like Cena or Wade Barrett or CM Punk that have an over-the-shoulder type finishing move. I would love to see them try to do it to Awesome Kong, because she's bigger than most of them. Now, the other, like I say, I don't want to cater to rumors too much, but apparently WWE is doing a big round of cuts in the talent roster between now and WrestleMania. So the 40-man Rumble might be some people's last chance to get a big payday. I don't know if that's true. If it is true, it's really sad, but at least anybody leaving gets, something big to do before they leave. Now, that's all I have to say about the Rumble, other than there's not much of a card other than the Rumble match, is there? There's no U.S. title match. There's no Intercontinental title match. There's no tag title match. I mean, all those people that hold those belts are in the Rumble, but remember back in the day that everybody that had a match in the Royal Rumble also came back for the Royal Rumble match. So it can be done. I don't know why they're not. Daniel Bryan is stuck in a love, I don't know, not a love triangle. I guess it's a love square with the Bella Twins and Gail Kim now, which is awkward, and I don't know, Kofi Kingston's just doing his Kofi Kingston thing, and he's going to go and do his thing in the Rumble. Royal Rumble, everybody's excited. I'm excited. I really want somebody new to win the Rumble match, and have some new blood in the main event scene at WrestleMania. But let's remember one thing. As much as people say that the Royal Rumble sets the stage for WrestleMania, everything can change on a dime when we get to the Elimination Chamber next month. So everything that happens this Sunday, take it with a grain of salt until we get to WrestleMania. That's all I'm going to say about that. That is one entire page just about the Royal Rumble. This isn't even a review. This is just what I think is going to happen. Think I made it? Absolutely not. Now, on to my more generic road to WrestleMania stuff. Okay, every WrestleMania, ever since there's been the brand extension... Sorry, running out of breath. I wish it was something healthy here so I could put out a positive image here, but I just really like Coke, and that's what I got. Everybody knows something happens between Raw and SmackDown at every WrestleMania. Like, we don't get enough of the point when bragging rights comes around, they have to do it at WrestleMania 2. But there is and it started in December, but way too much crossover with the Raw. If Raw and SmackDown want to be considered two separate brands, there's way too much crossover. Michael Cole being on both shows, for one thing, is redonkulous. Both champions being on both shows, both challengers being on each other's shows, Alberto Del Rio and R-Truth bouncing back and forth between shows. The only thing that makes sense is the Corre Nexus thing, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But other than that, you're making the lines between your two different brands really, really sloppy if we're supposed to seriously consider them two separate brands. Like when WWE was going against WCW, they didn't trade any talent, but they didn't go back and forth on a daily basis. So if you're going to start blending everybody together, you might as well blend the roster, which is, in the long run, what I'd like to see anyway. Now, the Corre Nexus rivalry is getting pretty good. They're all going to go at it at WrestleMania. We all saw the stupidness on Raw, where CM Punk and Wade Barrett fought to see whose team was going to be on Raw, or in the Royal Rumble, rather. And John Cena tried to screw them both, and now both groups are in the Royal Rumble. So that was kind of pointless. But the only thing I can really see coming out of this is a match between the Corre and the Nexus at WrestleMania. First of all, the Corre, okay, they've gone and sort of recreated themselves to the point where I think they might almost turn face, and I think that's what a lot of other people are thinking too. The new Nexus, the CM Punk new Nexus, needs to pick another name, because they're not the Nexus. Neither group is the Nexus anymore. So, that's that. Now, the new Nexus has 5 guys, and the Corre has 4. So either it's going to be a 5-on-4 handicap match, or Punk is going to be a Punk and send his 4 guys to take care of the Corre while he goes and does something else, which is the only way that him winning the Rumble makes any sense. Way too many scenarios coming into play there. I don't know. I want to see it. If Corre picks up another guy so that it's 5-on-5, that'd be fine by me, as long as it's just not another random nameless big guy, because we've already got Ezekiel Jackson and Mason Ryan in there. Okay, Mason Ryan, you're not Batista. Just saying. If Punk stays out and just sends his guys in there like a douche, that'll make sense. It'll be 4-on-4. If Punk's in the match and it's a handicap match, 5-on-4, we have had handicap matches at WrestleMania before. Let's think about Rock and Sock Connection versus 3 of the members of Legacy. Or not Legacy. Immortal. There we go. Now, one point I want to make, and it's a point that I've meant to make for several videos now. WrestleMania is awesome. WrestleMania is the time for WWE to show what their talent can do. We don't need any help from the outside. What I mean by that, we don't need somebody fighting Mike Tyson, Big Show fighting the sumo wrestler one year, Big Show fighting Mayweather one year, Vince McMahon and Donald Trump slapping each other. We don't need that. Or I'm saying we like I'm involved in it, but we as wrestling fans and them as a company don't need that to put on a good show. I'm hoping they don't. I hope they realize that and they just don't do anything this year. Storyline-wise, why they're throwing in this injured Teddy Long nonsense. I mean, they've already done an injured Teddy Long story like a couple years ago, and whatever. Gonna touch on it already because I've already ranted about it in enough videos, but they need to get Vicky away from Dolph. Dolph can be awesome. And the fact that they're playing on the history between Edge and Vicky going into the title match just makes the whole thing sloppy, doesn't it? The announce team for the commentators team for WrestleMania. I'm really hoping we get something like King, Stryker, and Josh Matthews, because if Michael Cole brings this bullshit that he's doing now to WrestleMania, it's going to bring the whole show down. Already touched on it during my my Rumble comments, but Cena and Del Rio just go away. Del Rio, I know they're trying to push. I know he's talented, but he's just annoying right now to me. And I know that's sacrilegious because all the people that followed him in the minor leagues and in the Mexican leagues or wherever the hell else he was think he's some kind of new face of WWE. I don't see it, so I don't want to see him at WrestleMania this year. If that's true, it's too soon. Cena represents everything that's wrong with the WWE right now, and that's a strong statement, but it's... I'm sorry, in my heart of hearts, I have to be honest with you guys, it is absolutely true. World title matches. I don't know what I want to see here. WWE title matches, let's say Miz keeps the belt. Punk fights Miz at WrestleMania. Could that be a main event? Which, again, goes back to the whole Corre and Nexus being 4-on-4 because CM Punk has something else to do. Maybe, yeah. Morrison wins the Rumble, goes up against Orton. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I don't see Dolph Ziggler winning. So, let's say Edge. Even Edge taking on Punk or Edge taking on Morrison would be good matches. So if you go with my predictions, you've got like 3 or 4 different combinations of matches that could happen there, just out of the matches or just out of the results that I want to see from Sunday. I don't know. I want Morrison or Punk to win. I know it, and because I want it, that's not going to happen. I know it. So as far as the 2 main title matches and which one will actually be the main event, I don't know. Divas division, everybody knows already. I want to see Beth Phoenix versus Natalya. I want to see Natalya retain on Sunday, and Beth Phoenix wins some #1 contenders match somewhere along the way. They have a nice, respectful match at WrestleMania, like a mutual thing with no bullshit in the middle. If I can't have that, what I want to see is LayCool win the women's match this Sunday, and then fight over it until WrestleMania, and then just watch the 2 sketchy Barbie doll cunts claw each other to death, because that's all that'll be. But it'll be amusing. The downfall of LayCool will be as amusing as the downfall of Priceless and Legacy, won't it? Whatever. Tag teams, I don't know. Tag team division, WWE, they'll throw something together, and that'll be that. US and Intercontinental titles, really don't know. Really, I don't know who they're going to put up against Kofi Kingston or Daniel Bryan right now. Daniel Bryan better be at WrestleMania, because he deserves it. Kofi Kingston also deserves it. I would say have a title versus title match, but they're both faces, and title versus title matches are always a little bit lame, and it means that there's no Intercontinental title match or US title match, which is unfortunate. But if you put the 2 of them against each other, again, it's more of the Raw versus SmackDown aspect, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. I think it would be an amazing match. Undertaker's streak. More people are talking about Undertaker's streak and who's going to take it than who's going to have the titles by WrestleMania. There's nobody in the WWE that's there right now that deserves to take it. And everybody's saying that Taker's going to go up against Cena this year. I don't think Cena deserves to fight Undertaker at WrestleMania, let alone take his streak. So if that's how shit goes down, then Undertaker will be going out on a whimper, which is unfortunate. The only other match we know is going to happen, it's just a matter of how we get there, is Triple H and Sheamus, isn't it? Since Sheamus has been the king, and he's been calling himself the king, and he's had a really retarded king entrance forever and ever and ever, reminding us of Booker T, and the fact that they're not really injecting him into any other storyline other than his brief rivalry with John Morrison means that he's waiting for Triple H to come back. Do I want Triple H to come back? Yes. Would I love to see Triple H throttle Sheamus thoroughly? Yes. Do I think it'll be good enough to happen at WrestleMania? No. I think Triple H could find something better to do at WrestleMania, and I think WrestleMania could do without Sheamus, to be quite honest with you. That's about it. There's a guy I just subscribed to recently. Crossfade Fan is, I believe, his name. Check my subscriber list. It's not that long. You'll find him. He's doing a poll where you go to him, you say you want to be in the poll, he'll give you a random number. You'll watch the Royal Rumble when that whoever that number corresponds to in the Rumble. If that guy wins, you win the poll. I don't know what the prizes are. I don't even know if the polls are still open because it's, after midnight on Friday, and he said it was going to be done by Saturday. But even if nobody else goes and says they want to be involved, I just want to take the moment to say that I think it's showing great initiative on his part. I think it's a great idea. He's probably going to get a lot more subscribers out of the deal too, so kudos to him. I really don't know what else to say. Rumble is this Sunday. Sunday or Monday you will have my review and how the world of WWE looks after Sunday. So will people be happy? Will people be sad? Will retarded people hold titles? Will somebody stupid win? Will somebody that deserves it lose? Will Cena win the Rumble and make me cry buckets? Probably. Tune in Monday and you'll find out. Alright guys, I've been Spaz. This is Road Signs episode 2. Subscribe up there. Talk down there. If you like it, if you don't like it, let me know. Bye guys.